Good morning. How are we doing today? We're gonna work around the seed warehouse for most of the day, I think. So one of the things that I want to do is get the treater out and clean it up a little bit. I flushed it when we finished treating the double crop beans up there, but I haven't actually cleaned it, and I would like to do that. So we're gonna do it. I typically like to hang it out over my grass here to wash it, so the water's in the grass and not the driveway. And in order to do that, I've got to move this pile of stone. So I think that's where we're going to start today. We're going to take care of this pile of stone. We're going to put it down there in the corner of the barn along the foundation there and just dress this stuff up a little bit more. So we got a little dirt to shovel out of the way. We'll get my wheelbarrow and wheelbarrow it over there. That's better. It is the same rock that I've got around the rest of the barn. It's just dusty and dirty and needs rained on. The whole point of putting that rock around the barn before was that I didn't have a gutter and the rain would drip off and it was splashing mud up on the lower wall there. And so putting that rock stopped that, and it's been nice. I gotta get some weeds controlled, and I had a little extra, so I filled in around where I put my water hydrant, and it had settled and kind of brought that back up to level. And yep, good spot for it. What are you doing up there? No, it's not hot now. I haven't run it today. Well, we got her cleaned up fairly well. This area in here gets a lot of stuff caked on it, and you can get some buildup if you get some splits in the beans and stuff. And so I try and wash it out once a year or twice a year really good after each crop, wheat and then again after beans. And then several times through the year I take a scraper and try and scrape everything out of there so that we don't get chunks in the beans. That's what we don't want. So we'll let her dry off, get it taken back inside here. Kind of boring working around here all day. Got the treater cleaned up and I'm working on inside a little bit. We're taking the cardboard and stuff boxes that were the cardboard that was under the treater. It's dirty, bunch of beans on it and stuff, back to the burn pile. I kind of got to hang out here until this truck comes to pick up those kegs, that empty, or the pallet of empty kegs. And I have no idea what time they're coming. They don't give me that information. They just say they're going to show up. So just got to hang out here. Well, we're making progress here. The shop vac all along there. I took the old cardboard out. Got the floor cleaned up good. And I think I'm ready to put the treater back in, put new cardboard down. The cardboard is really just because I spill stuff and it stains the floor. And it's easier to clean up cardboard than it is to clean the floor. So that's what we do. I got my keg of wheat treatment in, and I got a partial down to the farm where I need to get, but we're going to set those in there. Those two over there, my partials are one full and one half there, it looks like. That is left over from the spring beans, so we'll save that till next year. It can't freeze, so I'm going to take it down to the shop. Now, I do have heat in here, but I don't usually turn it on until February, at least. So it'll probably freeze before that, so I don't want to leave it in here. Yeah. We got to get through that table. All that stuff on that table's got to get organized and gone through. Ugh. Oh, finally. Good deal. Now we can get those loaded up and I don't have to stay here all the rest of the day. It was probably good that I was here. I was getting stuff done, but that's okay. All right, well, treater's back in here. Kegs are gone. We're in good shape. I want to do some more cleaning in here and tightening that up, but we'll get to that. I'm going to be done down here for a while. Now that I don't have to stick around the seed warehouse for the rest of the day, a little change of pace, we're going to head up to the irrigation field and put our new drop on the rain. Now it's out in the middle of the field. I'm not going to walk out to the middle of the field, so we're going to start it up once we get up there and rock it back to the home point, so at least I can drive close to it, and we'll fix it there. And then we'll just leave it at the home point for now. It'll probably get started up sometime next week would be my guess. We'll look at the soil moisture up there and how wet things are looking, whether it's dried off on top or not yet. Could be Sunday, maybe. I don't know. But next week, one of the days, our 360 rain dealer is having a field day out there at the field, and so I want to make sure we got everything ready. I'm going to try really hard to get it to a spot where it is viewable easily on that day. But I want to get this fixed, so we're going to go do that. Well, I got up here and my generator was already running. Now, Dad had come up here a few minutes ago or an hour or so ago, and I told him, hey, start the generator up when you're up there and let me know, and I'll get the machine working back. Now, he never called me or texted me to let me know that he did start it, but I'm going to assume that he started that not that long ago. Brock was up here yesterday and got our posts painted, and so those are done. We need to do a little grading yet, but that's no problem. He also brought the weed whacker, and well, he kind of cleaned it up here a little bit. It's better than it was. We need to do a little more, and we need to get the big mower, and I don't know if we're going to do much with that because there's a bunch of dirt in there, but then we need to get the box scraper and do some leveling. This is our project for the afternoon. We're going to get the mower when we're done up here, but I got the machine working back to its home point, so we're going to drive out there, wait for that, get it fixed, and then we can shut the generator off. Well, looks like I get to go for a walk here. Left motor blocked, right motor blocked, front motor blocked. To me, that means it's stuck. I can't believe it's stuck. It's been sitting here for a while, though, since it rained. Let's just go see what's going on. The 360 people are watching me. The guy saw the airs from the machine and texted me and told me to try and clear them and start it again, and I did, and then it started and it's working. So holy cow, this corn is enormous. I haven't been out here close to it when the corn's been this tall. Stay out of the way of the tires. Anyway, we got it running, going back in. I actually started it up. We're gonna let it water the way back to the backbone so we don't have to come back down this path the next time, and then once it gets there I will shut it down and just tell it to go home. Yeah, it's a lot of water. Don't do dumb things like climb up on running autonomous equipment. Bah, free ride. This thing is cool. Look at that. That is awesome. You can see we're definitely bending the corn over, but much like the Haggie, we've got lots of ground clearance, so it kind of springs back up after it's underneath the machine, and it looks just fine back there. No problems. So I am riding up here, and every now and then I'll hear this ting-ting, like a piece of metal hitting something else. I'm like, what is that? Where is it coming from? Trying to figure it out, and I finally did. As I leaned over here, if you look back there, right down there, there's a D-ring, like a tie-down spot. I think it's when one of the corn plants catches it and lifts it up, and then it falls down and hits. That makes sense. It had me worried there for a second. I thought there was a chain catching on the tire or something. I'm like, what is going on? But I'm pretty sure that's it. Now it's not going to do it because I'm filming it. That's how it goes. So we are just about back to our backbone. I think the water just shut off. Yep. So we're making our turn here. I'm gonna let it go until it stops. Let's see. It wants to try and go that way now. That's the next path to get water. So once it starts making that turn, it's gonna go back. Yeah, let's just show you. This is the best I can do to show you guys how this thing works. Right, so we're turning. We were going that way, now we're turning to go back. Our hose is laying down the center. You can kind of see the tracks there, but really from here you can't hardly even see the corn that's gotten knocked down, except for in the small spot right behind us here. And you can kind of see the tire tracks going that way, but again, it's not that much. Okay, we're almost straight. Okay, so now we've made our 90. Now it should stop here, close to it. How far's it gonna go? Maybe it's already going home. I did tell it to go home earlier, but nope, right there. Okay, so now it's stopped. Now it's gonna try and change directions and make that turn. I'm gonna let it start because I want it to start going that way when we come back. But now I'm gonna shut it down here. Hit the go home, confirm. It's gonna stop, back her up. So now it's gonna take us all the way back and then turn to where our riser is, somewhere over there. And it's not gonna water at all doing this. And then when we're ready to start it back up in a couple of days, it'll drive out here dry, take that path and start right there. Cool. Well, there you see it. We're almost back to our home point. So this little section here never actually gets watered. It always shuts it off. Look how much shorter the corn is. It isn't brushing the boom at all. At all. A little bit here. But yeah, that's it's made a big difference. Plus you can see the firing. I don't know if you can see it from up here, but those plants are fired up the bottom quite a bit from the earlier dryness. It's not dry now. This is also the point where way earlier in the year it went a little too far and sucked in too much hose, and we ended up breaking that clamshell that's down there around the hose. So we'll see where it stops here. I know that it has done this before successfully, so I don't anticipate a problem here, but meh, you know, where's it gonna stop? Oh, right there. Okay, that'll work. Well, if you missed the video a week or two ago where we talked about this, this is what we're here to fix. We're missing a drop. It pulled the whole insert right out of the bottom of this. So 360 has sent me a new one that attaches way up here. Not just the insert, they sent the whole dang hose and bracket and everything. So we gotta pull these two pins and we gotta take these two clamps off back here. I only got splashed a little bit, but we got that off. That was relatively simple. Okay, let's go get our replacement. That piece right there. That's what we're missing. Well, that part was pretty easy. Now, I had taken this bolt out on the old one to allow it to flex a little bit more, so we quit breaking them. But they've beefed up the connection down there, that part, since I did that. So, should I leave it in there or take it out? Good question. Good question. I think we're going to leave it in there. I'm going to trust them. I don't know. I don't know. See what happens. That job's done. Let's go get the mower. Let's get all this mowed down. So, well, yeah, we've talked about this before, but we have these filter strips. There's an open ditch right there, so we don't plant right up to the edge of it. We leave some grass strips as a kind of a buffer zone, a buffer strip, a filter strip, whatever you want to call it, to keep any dirt and soil erosion that may be running across the surface, or chemicals or fertilizer or whatever else from running directly into that ditch. Basically, if we had a huge rainstorm and there was a bunch of water running off of this field right here, before it got into that open ditch, it would have to run through this grassy area, and that would allow the water to slow down. It would make the dirt settle out, any fertilizer, it would soak that up, chemicals, that kind of stuff. It protects the water stream there, right? These strips, or filter strips here, were all put in probably 15, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when there was some government funding to do so. And they're basically on a 10-year contract that usually auto-renews, but they pay us a little bit per acre for what's in the filter strip, the acres in the filter strip, basically to take it out of production. Similar to a CRP program, Conservation Reserve, but that's not what this program is. It's a different one. Anyway, part of their rules for having it in that program is that they want to promote the wildlife and the nesting birds and whatever else that like the tall grass. And so they kind of restrict the time that we are allowed to mow the filter strips. We have to allow that grass and stuff to grow up and get tall. So in Michigan, our window to mow them is between August 1st and August 15th, right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that and get it mowed down really nice, looking good, and then it'll be easier to walk through for the field day and just nicer. I haven't done much mowing yet this year. We're here, so we're doing the roadsides, even though they're not too bad. Keep it looking nice, you know, for my field sides. Well, let's see if we can roll a tractor today, right? Working on the steep ditch incline. I forgot to film the filter strip after I got it done. That's all right. We'll be back up there, but coming around the back side of the farm here, the filter strip's way over there. We've got a little lane that goes through the woods. We'll just knock all this stuff down, keep it mowed good. Helps for getting in and around and being able to access stuff back here. Like when that rain is in the back of the field, this is a good way to get to it. Ooh, we got some water down there. That's the wet spot in the field, this corner here by these woods, so it's not unexpected. Lift her up, lift her up. Get some dirt. Well, working on the other side of the ditch here. Got that mowed down real nice over there. So we need to get the 40-20 up here with the box pan and do some grading, but yeah, that'll work. So you know what we need is a bridge right here. Then our rain could get across and water this little 13-acre piece on the corner too. Maximize our efficiency here. Okay, we got the mowing done. I'm gonna call it a successful day and go home. It's 5:30. All right, guys, thanks for watching this week. Hope you have a great weekend. Short follow-up from yesterday's video. If you missed yesterday's video, you didn't miss yesterday's video, but go watch it if you did. Let's see, what do we want to talk about with this? I did not share any details in that video that are not already in a police report. So for those of you thinking that I need to take the video down because I admitted to not using a turn signal, well, when the officer asked me that, I told him. I didn't lie to him, and so it's already documented. There are also details that got left out of yesterday's video because they don't need to be shared publicly. That would probably change some of your opinions about some stuff. Regardless, it doesn't matter. You can think what you want. I have probably 2/3 of you that said that I had zero fault, and the other third that said I was mostly or 100% at fault. I expected that. I don't care. Hopefully we'll never hear from them again or about this, and it's all done and taken care of. But we have insurance. We have the protections in place that we need. It is what it is. It'll be okay. Like I said, you don't have the whole story. I can't give you the whole story. I'm not going to. So judge me if you want, I guess. But it is what it is. Tomorrow happens to be the Waldron Plow Days. If you've been watching from the very, very beginning of my channel, you'll remember the Big Bud video that I posted 6 years ago now, 8 years ago now. I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't know if there's going to be a Big Bud there this year. I don't think so, but I do know that there will be a John Deere 8020 there pulling a plow, which an 8020 is a pretty rare tractor in the John Deere world. So we're going to go check that out. I'll probably make a short video for you, maybe a little different than normal, but yeah, should be a good time. So if you're interested, come back tomorrow for that, and hopefully we'll have some good footage, drone footage and otherwise. So have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers.